What's up guys, Zero Chillin' here, back with another video, this time talking about the Mei matchup. So for the longest time, I thought this matchup felt Mei favored. However, I recently buckled down on my philosophy about Ky and Guilty Gear and discovered this matchup was likely even. So in previous Guilty Gear games, there's a legendary Dustloop forum that I'll post in the comments section that can teach you pretty much everything you'll ever need to know about Ky and matchups. One of the key guides to playing Ky, in my opinion, is learning how to do nothing. You can win games by actively doing nothing but controlling space and making the opponent think you want to press something, which then lets them press something preemptively and you whiff punish it. The tricky part of the Mei matchup is that her goal is to force you to play random. She wants you to press too many buttons or not enough buttons so that she can summon SeaWorld and make you regret ever buying this game. Now, their decision making is not my issue, but as a Ky player, I refuse to play their game. One thing in particular that I'm trying to learn is how to air throw her consistently. Sometimes you'll notice me get counter hit or I'll get flustered and immediately die. But overall, I believe this is a consistent way of approaching this character and most characters in Guilty Gear Strive. The damage is high, yes. There's a lot of variables you can control. Far Slash, 2S, 6H, and even Fudriarch, otherwise known as Flippy Kick, can keep Mei locked down. 2H is also strong in this department, mainly because she'll be attempting to fuzzy jump or summon a dolphin, and these moves can stop her. Her character model will stand if you do a 2H and the opponent is attempting to fuzzy jump out. If they mistime their defense, you can get rewarding 2S and to ride the lightning for big damage. A big thing to note is that Mei will be doing somewhat risky options to beat us. If she does a vertical dolphin, be prepared to walk under her instead of jumping. If she does 6H, you can beat this option with Vapor Thrust. Difficult part is that you'll both be rotating between these somewhat risky options, and if you mess up, you will die. If she messes up, she might just take a bit of damage. The best thing for you to do is make sure every corner combo you do to her counts. I wouldn't even suggest burning 50 meter unless you're going to kill her. Trying to do mix-ups on her is getting rid of valuable resources that would preferably be used to win a round, as opposed to extending a small bit of advantage. On the bright side, you can keep her in check by throwing stun edges and using JK or air throw when she wants to jump. If you are going to play riskier though, here's the idea. Catch fuzzy jumps and then force them to stay grounded so you can do throw. Whiff 5p on knockdown into close slash or throw, and that will lead to counter hit damage, or a hard knockdown. Rinse and repeat, and that will be your goal all the time. 5k is an okay button to use. It does not lead to the most reward, but it can stuff out some preemptive dolphin approaches. It will get counter hit by any of Mei's other options, however. Most of the time, your risky options will lead to low reward, so I try not to rely on them. JD is pretty useful at catching her aerial approaches. I have not thought about it as much before, but it is something to be considered. Remember, even though I think this matchup is becoming even, it doesn't make the matchup easy. I still struggle with the matchup, and even this first 10 I played, I barely won at 10-6. I haven't competed against the best Meis, nor have I seen the matchup at its peak. There's still much to learn. On defense, we have to pay close attention to her pattern. If the opponent's a dolphin abuser, we have to be prepared with 2p or 6p. If they like to use their normals more, then a neutral jump can give us an advantage. This side of the matchup is pretty rough. Round start's also difficult. If she does a 5H, we can do a fully charged dust and it will beat the option. But it's skewed heavily in Mei's favor, so I try not to press anything. Also, remember that her aerials will beat most or all of ours if we do not do them preemptively. But that leaves us vulnerable to her anti-airing us. I'd say the 5 things to mainly remember are 1. Don't press a button in the air. If you want to air dash out of the corner, just air dash out without pressing anything. 2. Use your normals a lot in this matchup, and rotate between them to keep her guessing. Have a plan for her fuzzy jump attempts. Do not rely too heavily on stun edge, as her JH can lead to counter hit punishes. And also, do not get flustered. Lose with strong defense instead of relying on vapor thrust or buttons to die in the counter hits. If you play nervous, they will smell blood and end you. I hope this video assists you in your fighting game adventures. That's all from me today, folks. And remember to keep on rocking.